Hello guys, welcome to the another video of Excel tutorial. Today we are going to discuss total cost of ownership. We will be discussing that what are the component of total cost of ownership like acquisition cost, operating cost, maintenance cost and disposal or end of the life cost, and how to calculate the total cost for a particular procurement. There are certain KPIs which we are going to discuss like TCO per year, annual recurring cost, what is the acquisition as percentage of TCO, operating cost as a percentage of TCO, maintenance cost as a percentage of TCO. Not only this, we are going to compare multiple supplier over TCO, and we are going to discuss that which number you should be vigilant of, either the total cost of ownership or the total cost of ownership per year. This is a very important concept. Please watch the video till the end. You will get clarity on it. So let's start the video. Before starting, I would like to tell you, if you join our membership, which is Insider Club membership, you will save 10% flat on all of our Excel's offering. As soon as you join the Insider Club membership, immediately you can take 10% of the discount. This is a very good opportunity to have all the hands-on ready to use Excel, improve your productivity. This is for the April month only, but the Insider Club members get different perks on monthly basis. Let's start. The first step is the introduction, where we are talking about what is TCO, why it matters, what are the components and their formula, and how to use this particular sheet. Let's move to the TCO concept. So here we are talking about what exactly TCO is, what is its methodology, and what the concept is. So as we know that there's a concept of TCO iceberg. So in the TCO iceberg, we say there are some visible costs when you're going to procure anything. But if you check the whole life cycle of that product, you will get to know that there are many things which are not visible upfront, and those are called below water costs. And these are around 70 to 80% of your total cost of ownership. So what is visible and what you actually pay upfront are your purchase price, your shipping and freight price, and the installation. But what you do not see upfront is what is your annual operating cost, what is your maintenance and repairs, downtime and lost productivity, training and support, disposal and end of life cost, and opportunity cost. So we are going to discuss that how we can calculate these hidden costs and try to calculate the overall cost of ownership. So first of all, we need to identify that what are the different categories which are usually hidden and what are the components of it. So as we know, the acquisition cost which is usually visible is the purchase price, right? Installation, sometimes it is training, and some spare parts which you actually maintain upfront in case of any adversity. But as soon as you get a product and you are running it, so there are some energy consumption like electricity, in some industrial cases, the compressed air, steam, chilled water, and the gas as well. Apart from it, you need some operators or people to run that machine. So that is a labor. Then there are some consumable like lube oil, some wear and tear kind of stuff. Then if you're using any software in order to run that machine, then you need to renew the license of it or the subscription. And the insurance, usually you have an insurance in case of any adversity. So this is your operating cost. Now the maintenance cost. The preventive maintenance you need to do in order to avoid machine breakdown. It involves scheduled servicing, inspection and calibration. Some corrective maintenance, let's say if the machine has breakdown, now you need to repair it, that fall under the corrective maintenance. Then there's a downtime cost. So what is the downtime cost? It is the cost which you are occurring because your machine got breakdown. If this wouldn't happen, you must be running your machine and producing finished goods. So that is a lost opportunity. So it is a lost production during failure. Now the service contract. So vendor usually gives you the AMC contract, correct? Annual maintenance contract for the extended warranties and the support agreement. So that also fall under the maintenance cost. Now comes to the disposal cost. This is the cost which you need to pay once you are done with the machine or your procurement. This is called end of life cost. And what are the costs which we are going to occur on that? One is the decommissioning. So earlier you did the installation here, correct? Now you need to pay for the decommissioning as well. Then once it is decommissioned, you need to dispose it. So there is a particular industry which work on the disposal as well, and you need to give them money for that. And in case of water disposal, some waste disposal, you need to go into the treatment plants and get it done. So that is the another cost. Then there is a resale value. So resale value is something which you are going to get when you are going to dispose your machine. This is called the salvage or resale value. Let's say if your machine is done and it is not in working condition anymore, you just want to get the money of your metal itself, you can get it, and that's a negative cost. That is why. So it will reduce your overall cost. Okay. So now come to the formula of it. So if you want to calculate the total cost of ownership, the basic TCO formula is initial investment plus recurring cost into the number of years for which you are using this plus end of life cost. Okay, this end of life cost include these two in plus, and this one is minus. If you just expand this particular formula, the formula will become for the initial investment, it is purchase price, freight, installation, training, and initial inventory, which is the inventory of spare part. Then for the recurring cost, it is energy, labor, consumable, license, insurance, multiply by useful life. So what is the concept of useful life? So no machine is created to work till eternity. There are changes in the technology, there are changes in the processes. So that is why usually a particular machine has a limited years of its life, which we suppose that it is going to give us a good output with healthy productivity. So that is called your useful life. Then the third part is preventive maintenance, repair plus downtime multiply by useful life. Then the decommissioning plus disposal minus the resale value. So right now you are able to get that TCO is a component of these all of cost. Okay, now there is a concept of net present value. So what is the net present value? So the net present value is the value of the article which I have purchased 3 years ago, how it has changed in the current year. So what is the total net present value for that particular article, and how you are going to calculate it? It is sum of the annual cost. It should be divided by 1 plus discount rate. Discount rate is something which user need to provide, and it is usually between 8 to 12% for the each year. Just to understand it better, like the time value of money for $1 is worth more than the $1 in 5 years because of inflation and everything. Yeah, so here are some best practices for the TCO, that whenever you are going to calculate the TCO, you need to use fully loaded cost and get actual supplier quotes, not do the assumptions. Include the downtime cost, which is very much necessary. The consideration of useful life realistically, or not just warranty period. So sometime once you use the machine, you also get the intelligence how to use it or how to make it run. So apart from the warranty period, you can actually make it run and get good productivity out of it. This is the discount rate which we're talking about. And compare apples to apples, same specification, same range. When you're going to compare with the different vendors, use the same specification, not the different specification, else your analysis will be wrong. And you need to involve various teams to get the realistic data, be it like operation, maintenance, and finance guy. And you have to update the TCO post-purchase to improve further estimate. Now let's move to the TCO calculator. It is very easy. So first of all, you will be creating a sheet in which you will be writing your product name, what's the supplier name, what is the useful life, which is 10 years, which is the expected operational lifetime. This is the discount rate for the NPV calculation. It is typically 8 to 12%. Let us say it is 10% for our case. Now for the acquisition cost, you need to write down these particular components. What are these? Purchase price, which is this much, shipping and freight this much, import duty is this much, installation, training, initial spare part inventory, and project management. It is the internal procurement team cost. Let's say they are one dedicated resource for it, correct? And you are paying for the salary and these kind of stuff you need to calculate as well. If you're going to sum all of these, you will get the total cost of acquisition. Now move to the actual operating cost. So when you're going to operate your machine, you are going to consume energies, labor, consumables, software licenses, and the insurance. If you're going to sum up, it will come 91,500. It is your annual operating cost. Move to the third one, which is annual maintenance cost. You need to calculate preventive maintenance, repair part, downtime cost, service contract, and warranties. And this is your annual maintenance cost. So if you want to know that how to calculate the downtime cost, I can create a separate video on it. You can comment if you want to have that video as well. The fourth one is disposal and end of life. Here, this is a decommissioning cost. This is a disposal or recycling fee, which is environmental disposable cost. And if you're going to sell your product, correct, or your machine, then what is the money you are going to get, which is your negative here, which is $25,000 in this case. So the overall disposal cost is in negative. It is negative in this case, but it is not supposed to be negative in each case. You need to check that what kind of product you have, okay, and what kind of resale or the salvage value it has. Now, if you're going to add all of these costs, you will get the total cost of ownership, which is undiscounted. So when I say undiscounted, it means we haven't accommodated this discount. If you want to do the NPV calculation, I have given you the formula. You can calculate. Now, if this is the total cost, then what is my total cost per year? Because I know the useful life is 10 years, then it will be around this much, and the annual recurring cost is this much. Then we are going to calculate three basic KPIs. One is what is my acquisition cost as percentage of total cost of ownership, which is 21%, which is okay. Operating cost is around 64%, and the maintenance cost is 15%, which is minimum. So now let us compare the supplier. Okay, so let's say you are going to buy a particular machine from 3 suppliers. One is option A, another is option B, another is option C. So there are 3 suppliers. These 3 suppliers are budget supplier, mid-range supplier, and premium supplier. Because it is a budget supplier, the useful life is lower. Middle range supplier has some higher useful life, but there is a premium supplier which might be costing you more, is giving you more life as well. Now calculate the acquisition cost. If you check, the supplier which is giving you higher useful life is going to charge you more, which we can see here, and almost everything will be higher for that particular supplier, which we can see here. So if you compare the total acquisition cost for these 3 suppliers, clearly supplier A is a winner. Now move to the annual operating cost. Because the premium supplier is giving you good quality product, the operating cost might be at a lower side. But the budget one, because it is giving you a cheaper product, there might be a case that the operating cost is higher. So here in the column B, we are talking about supplier A. It seems the operating cost is higher for A, slightly lower for B, and lowest for C. So the premium supplier is winner here. Same for the annual maintenance cost. Because we are using the premium product, the less maintenance is required, so as all the other related costs. So again, for the annual maintenance cost, supplier C, which is the premium one, is winner here. Then disposal and end of life, you again see, because the premium supplier is giving the quality product, it will be having higher resales value, but the disposal fee might be larger as well. Even the decommissioning fee will be higher as well. But still, if you see, because of a higher resale value, which is a negative cost or a profit to the owner, if you check the total disposal cost, it will come around minus 31,000 for C. So the C is the clear winner here. Now, if you going to add all of the cost here, acquisition, operating, maintenance, and disposal, you will get to know that the total cost of ownership for A or budget supplier is this much, which is the lowest, and it is highest for the premium supplier for the useful life. So what you will deduce from here, you will see that okay, option A is the lowest, so I should go with the supplier A. But here is a catch. The thing is, if you compare the useful life, that you are spending this much of money only for the 10 years. Okay. But here you are spending slightly more, but for more than 10 years, just 50% more. Correct. So whenever the useful life is not same, you should not see this particular number, which is total cost of ownership. Instead, you have to check the total cost of ownership per year. This is the right indicator when you have different useful life of your product. So if you see that, you will get to know the TCO per year is the lowest for option C, which is a premium supplier. So you are going to select supplier C, which is a premium supplier, over supplier A, which is a budget supplier. And this is how you make a decision on the total cost of ownership. If you want this Excel, I will attach it in the description with a very minimal price. You just put your data and do the analysis. Hope you like this video. Kindly suggest any topic which you want us to cover. We will be happy to make a video on it. Thanks for watching.